Easter is right around the corner, and if you're looking for a fun, giftable project that you can design and cut entirely in LightBurn, this one's for you. We're building a paint kit with pop-out Easter eggs that will be great for kids of all ages. The best part? We're creating the entire thing in LightBurn, no additional design tools needed. Hi, I'm Katie Devlin of the Laser Foundry, and in today's LightBurn workshop, I'll show you how to design a complete Easter egg paint kit on a single sheet of Baltic birch plywood. In this video, we'll cover using node editing to turn a simple ellipse into an egg shape, duplicating eggs across the sheet with the array tool, creating simple scored designs, stripes, dots, and zigzags that act as painting guides, using a tab generator to create small areas that don't cut along the eggs. This will allow the eggs to stay in the sheet until you're ready to pop them out. For this project, the only supply you'll need is a sheet of 3mm Baltic birch plywood. Let's head into LightBurn to get started. We'll start by creating our egg shape. I'm going to draw an ellipse, just a basic oval, and then use node editing to shape it into an egg. If you've never worked with nodes before, don't worry. This is one of the simplest ways to get comfortable with the tool. First, I'll draw my ellipse and size it to roughly the dimensions I want for my egg. Then I'll convert it to a path so I can access the nodes. This is a step you may not know you need. It changes how LightBurn recognizes the shape, transforming built-in shapes created in LightBurn into paths made up of lines, curves, and nodes that can be edited using the Edit Nodes tool. Now I can select the top node and pull it up slightly to create that narrower top that gives an egg its shape. I'll add a couple of nodes near the bottom, making sure they are curves instead of corners to play with the overall shape to get it how I like it. The bottom stays wider and rounder, and the top comes to a slightly narrower point. It doesn't need to be perfect. Eggs aren't perfect either. Once I'm happy with the shape, that's my base egg. Now I need to create a couple more eggs on my sheet and make it the overall kit structure. I'll start by creating a rounded rectangle that represents the finished size I'd like the project to be. I'll start by creating my rectangle, then I'll click on the radius tool and adjust the value in the number box below. Now, when I hover my cursor over the corner of the rectangle, you'll see a curve below it. When I click, it will apply the radius to that corner. I'll do this on all the corners in this design. Next, I'm going to add a thin scored inner border line, like a picture mat inside a frame. It's just a slightly smaller rounded rectangle placed inside the outer cut line, set to score instead of cut. It's a small detail to give a clean, finished look. Next, I'll place my first egg design and then use the array tool to duplicate it across the sheet. I'm going with a row of 3 eggs, spaced out so there's enough material between them to keep the sheet strong after cutting. While I could copy, paste, and align, using the array tool ensures everything is lined up quick and easy. Now for the fun part, the painting designs. I want to keep these simple because the whole point is that someone can pick up a brush and follow the scored lines for a simple, fun project that isn't overwhelming. For my first egg, I'm going to use the line tool to create my pattern. I'll hold the shift key while I drag my line out to make it straight. I'll create some lines grouped closer together and some further apart for a fun, simple paint. For the second egg, I'll do a zigzag pattern, a series of connected lines that create that classic Easter egg look. Here, I can use my shift key as well to follow the line at a 45-degree angle. And for my third egg, I'll add some dots, small circles scattered across the surface. You could do polka dots, a random pattern, whatever feels fun. Now that these are complete, I'll set my score settings using the material library provided by Thunder Laser, and make sure that this layer is set to be the first step for my laser to perform. To do that, I'll move the layer to the top in the Cuts Layers window. Next, I want to add a paint palette area to the sheet. I'm going to engrave some circles that someone could fill with paint. Not too dark or deep, but just little wells sized appropriately for a dab of paint. I'll add some text to the top saying pop art to help indicate what this kit is. Now we are on to the step that makes the whole project work, and it's a tool a lot of people don't even know exists in LightBurn, the tab generator. We want to cut the majority of our eggs out of our sheet, but we want a little material left holding it in place for painting. This is what tabs solve. They are small bridges of material where the laser doesn't cut so the piece stays connected to the sheet. It allows us to make a mess painting outside the lines, but not get it on the sides of the egg. When finished painting, I can pop the eggs right out of the sheet with minimal effort. Let me select my egg cut lines and open the layer settings. You'll see the tabs bridges toggle at the bottom. I'll toggle that on and then continue with my settings. I'm going to choose automatic tabs since this is a simple shape and I don't need to dictate where the material that remains is. LightBurn gives you two options for how it places your tabs: even spacing and tabs per shape. Even spacing lets you set a distance between tabs, and LightBurn figures out how many you need based on the size of each shape. That's great when you have a mix of different size shapes in one job. You set one distance, and LightBurn adapts the tab count for each piece so the hold strength stays consistent. Tabs per shape is the opposite. You tell it exactly how many tabs you want, and LightBurn spaces them evenly around the cut path. Since my eggs are all the same size, tabs per shape keeps it simple. I'll set it to 3, and LightBurn handles the spacing for me. Next, I'll choose my tab width. I want the tabs wide enough to hold the piece, but narrow enough that I can snap it out cleanly without sanding. You'll be surprised how small you can make these tabs. When I tested for my 3mm Baltic birch, I started out at 1.5mm, but found I could easily hold the pieces in at 0.5mm, and they snapped out much cleaner at this width. You'll want to test yourself to see what works best in your laser and your project. If you want to learn more about tabs, you can check out the video listed in the description. Now here's the cool part. When you go into the preview window, you can see how this is applied. There are red line moves in the cut line, so you can see the laser will cut right up to the tab, skip over it, and continue cutting on the other side. I'll preview this so you can see exactly where the tabs land on each egg. If I don't like the placement, I can adjust, but with 3 tabs evenly distributed, LightBurn does a good job of spacing them around the curve. My last step before sending to the laser is to make sure my engraving and cut layers have the appropriate settings and are in the right order. Once I've confirmed, I'll send to the laser. And that's the finished kit. You got a single sheet of Baltic birch with a clean rounded frame, a scored inner border, pop art across the top, 3 eggs with unique scored designs ready to be painted, a built-in paint palette along the bottom, and tabs holding everything in place. Paint the eggs right on the sheet, pop them out when you're done, and you've got individual painted wooden Easter eggs to display. In this project, you learned how to use node editing to create a custom egg shape from an ellipse, design simple scored patterns as painting guides, create a finished frame with a scored inner border, duplicate your layout with the array tool, use the tab automatic generator in your cut layer to create pop-out pieces. Once you've got this workflow down, swap in new shapes, new patterns, and make it your own. That's where it gets really fun. Be sure to like and subscribe for more LightBurn workshop videos.